welcome to Primal Bodyweight, kind of our restorative day, stretching, flexibility day. And today we're using bands. So you can use, I have two different bands here. I'm going to use this mini band. You could absolutely just use a long length of band, or even if you wanted to, just a yoga strap or any kind of strap. You have something that would resemble that, and we're going to start up at the top of our mat. So we're facing the short end here, and bands to the side for now. We're going to go through a round just with our body weight. Pardon me, my dog. Dog, come here. Dog, inside. Pardon the interruption. Okay, so bands to the side. You're going to stand up at the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, take our arms wide. Big stretch up, reaching up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. Then squeeze your butt. And we're going to take a big extension. Exhale, bring the hands down, hands to the heart. And then we're going to keep going down, hands to the floor, stretch the hamstrings, relax the upper back, and let the head hang. Plant those hands firm, and we're going to take a big step back with one leg into a low lunge, making sure our front leg is at a nice right angle, and then we're going to open up into our forward legs. So if you step back your left foot, you're going to open up the right. Bring the hand back down. You're going to send the other leg back now, so you have both legs back, pushing back into a downward dog. Let the head hang if you'd like to walk out the heels. Come forward into a plank and lower yourself down to the floor. Inhale, press the floor away and look up. And then we're going to exhale, pushing back into downward dog, walking the feet up to the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to the shins, glance up. Exhale, roll down, rolling up, stacking your spine. Big breath in. Big circle with the arms. Goalpost the arms, squeeze the butt, reach back. Exhale, bring the hands down all the way to the floor. Nice forward fold. Now you're going to step the other leg back. If you step left, now you'll step right. Again, nice right angle in your front leg, and open up your arm into a big stretch. Exhale, bring the hand down, send the leg back into a downward dog, letting the head hang. Inhale, bring the shoulders over the hands. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, coming down. Exhale into your downward dog, and walk the feet up to the hands. Inhale, hands to the shins, glance up, and now we're going to grab our band. And rolling back up, you want the band in each hand, and you're going to reach up, stretching the band as you stretch up. Squeeze your butt, reach back. And exhale, bring yourself all the way down to the floor, keeping the band in your hands. Step one leg back. I step back my left leg, so I'm going to keep my band in my right hand, and then open up in that rotation so I have my band dangling from my hand. Now we're going to drop the back knee, lower that hand, and reach for your back foot. So you have that loop dangling, and we're going to lift up and loop our foot in that band. We're going to use this band to hold the stretch so we can open the shoulder. Pull on that quad, get a little bit more stretch out of the quadricep. Make sure your knee on your front foot is over the ankle. And you can release the foot from the band. Bring the hand back around with your band. Lift up the back leg. Step it back into downward dog. And this time we're going to switch legs. Step the other leg forward. Switch the band on your hands. And again, reach up in that stretch, having the band dangling from that hand. Make sure the knee in front is a nice right angle. Drop the back knee, reaching for your foot, have that loop dangling, and then you're going to lift up your foot, dropping it into that loop. And we're going to use that to get a little bit more of a quad stretch, but also to help roll the shoulder open and keep an open chest here. And you can release that foot, letting it go back down to the floor. Bring the hand back around, lift up the back knee, and send the legs back into downward dog. Come up onto your tiptoes, curling your feet under, and stretch the front of the foot as you come down to the floor onto the knees. And then you can cross your feet behind you and scoot back onto your butt and slide your feet forward for a tall seated position. We're going to hook the band around our feet, and we're going to start by just sitting tall and using the band to pull back on our foot and get a nice flexed foot, stretching actively the back of the leg and the hamstring and the calf. Just sitting tall. And then take a deep breath in. Try to rise your spine longer towards the ceiling, and then we're going to exhale. Let the band pull us in with a flat back. And if your band's a little short, you want to double it up at this point. Go ahead, double it around your feet if you need a little more tension. Take another deep breath. Inhale and grow tall. Exhale. See if you can relax and let the band assist you into a lower stretch. Now we're going to let our back round, and we're going to stretch the muscles of the back, tucking the head down between the shoulders and using the band as a form of resistance to stretch against. And we can come out of that stretch. While we're sitting tall here, we're going to take one arm, reach it across, keeping both shoulders nice and low, and then pull that arm into your center of gravity as you continue to reach sideways. We want to feel stretch on the front part of the shoulder, so that's going to be right here. Deep breath in, push against your hand, exhale, reach a little further to the side. And you're going to release that shoulder, switching sides. Remember, keep the shoulder nice and low away from the ear. Really reach to the side as you pull that arm in. Inhale, deep breath, and then exhale, relax into it. Think about kind of actively pushing against your resistance as you inhale, and then exhale and let everything melt a little bit more. release that shoulder. Taking that band again behind our feet, we're now going to be sitting tall. Make sure your thumbs are facing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to be pulling the band in, squeezing the muscles on our back and holding for 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to let it out nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. And again, pull and hold. Think about opening your chest muscles and release. And in and hold. 2, 3, and release. 2, 3, 2 more, bring it in and squeeze, hold, 2, 3, and release, 2, 3, 1 more, bring it in, 2, 3, and then release, 2, 3. All right, we can take that band off the feet, and then if you want to get comfortable into a kneeling or a cross-legged way to sit, whatever feels the most comfortable. We're going to be taking this band and loop it around one hand, like so, and then reach around behind your back so your palm is facing out. We're going to grab the band with the other side, same thing where we have that band, we want to end up with that band like this. So it's around my fingers, but my thumbs are free. Once we get the band into that position, you're going to extend your arms and straighten them and allow your shoulders to stay internally rotated, and then start to stretch the band as you reach back. So it's like you're trying to reach further behind you and pull tension on the band, and you should feel a nice stretch across the shoulders here. If you want a little more of a stretch, you can double your band and make it a little tighter. Just wrap it around one more time and bring your hands a little closer together as we stretch back and we stretch the band. We're pulling the band apart as we're doing that stretch. Nice deep breath into the chest. Exhale, reach a little further. And last deep breath, you can unwind the hands and bring them around front. Let's go ahead and lay on the side. And you're going to want to be holding the band in the top arm. Extend your lower leg out straight, push through your heel, and pull your top leg in at a 90-degree angle. Get into a comfortable position where you have your head on the floor and that top knee on the floor as well, keeping the band in this top hand. We're going to reach the arm forward and then trace a big circle on the ground with our hand up towards the ear, keeping the arm straight, and then around the back until we're behind, palm up. Our goal here is to work this back shoulder towards the floor. So to give that a little help, I'm going to kick up my back leg and hook the band on my foot, relaxing that back down to the ground. So I've made a little pretzel very similar to what we were doing earlier, hooking on the foot there. So use the band to both stretch the shoulder towards the ground and to pull on that leg a little bit and open up that lower hip. Nice deep breath and exhale. See if you can relax into that stretch a little bit more. And finally release that foot. Circle the hand back around to come back. And you can pull both knees into your chest and then roll over where we'll do the other side. So really extend that lower leg. Make sure it's out straight. and you have the band in your top arm, holding your knee, top knee down to the ground. Rest your head on the ground, and keeping the knee on the ground, we're going to take that big circle open with the arm. And then we're going to be kicking up that foot, lassoing around our band, and using that band to help assist this shoulder to the floor without losing my knee on the other side. Nice deep breath. And every time we exhale, try to lower that shoulder back down to the floor a little bit more. Last deep breath, and then let's release that foot and circle it back around, bringing both knees into the chest, and you can roll onto your back. When we're on our back, let's get our band around one foot. You can relax the other foot back down to the ground, and then we're going to use our band. We're going to push into the band with our foot and actively extend the leg. So we're squeezing the quad there, pushing against the band with our foot. And we're going to do just that, bending, and then push against the band until you get that leg nice and straight. And you want to feel a stretch right back here on those knee attachments of the hamstring. Bend the leg and push into it. Let's keep the shoulders nice and neutral on the ground. Open chest, bend, and flex. Straightening that leg, squeezing the quad muscles. 2 more. And 1 more, last one. Bend and stretch. And then from here, we're going to take this band into, I have my right leg up, so I'm going to hold it in my right hand. I can put my other arm out on the floor so my palm is up. Keeping that active flexibility, pushing into my band, keeping my other hip on the floor. I'm going to let this leg come out to the side. And again, pushing into the band, and then I'm going to bend and straighten, giving it a nice squeeze of the quad. Push into that band, straighten the leg, feel that active flexibility. 3. And 1 more. Take that leg up to the center. Switch hands on the band, and you're going to pull it across to the other side now. And again, bend and squeeze. Try to get good contractions in this position, giving your body comfortability with firing those muscles in those positions. 2 more, bend and straighten. And last one, bend and straighten. You're going to pull it back to center. You can bend the foot to get the band off. Let's take a little intermediary stretch. Bring both knees into the chest, and you can give it a wobble side to side. And then we're going to extend the leg we were just stretching. And let's get the band around the other foot now, starting within the center, our stretch where we're going to push against the band, shoulders against the ground, and bend. And straighten, squeeze, and bend. 2 more. And last one. Push into that band, straighten the leg actively. And then now I have my left foot in the band, so I'm going to put it in my left hand first, pulling it out to the side as far as I can go, keeping both hips on the ground, both shoulders on the ground, and then I'm going to again bend and straighten. Push into the band and see if every time you straighten, you can get a little lower into your stretch. Really active. Bend and straighten. 2 more. And straighten. And 1 more, last one. Bring that up to the center. We're going to switch hands. Pull it across the body. And again, bend and straighten. You're going to feel a different hamstring here, that lateralis on the outside of the back of the thigh. Two more, bend and straighten, really flex. Get those muscles tight. Last one, squeeze. And bring it back to center. You can bend the leg and release the foot. Bring both knees into the chest and give them a nice stretch. With that, we're going to come up to seated, and let's take it into a wide straddle. And I want you to take a straddle that you can still be in a neutral pelvis and have some good control, so you can turn your feet in and out. It's not so wide that you're in a compromised position. You can still feel your sit bones. Let's have the band in our hands, and we're going to start by walking to the middle here, walking it out until we just start to feel our first point of resistance, and then holding that for 3 deep breaths. When you feel like you can get lower into this, just go for that, one little step at a time. And then we're going to walk ourselves over so that our chest is square with one foot here. And we're going to take our band or our strap, looping it around our foot and using both hands here to pull ourselves into our foot. Getting our chest nice and low, and also using the band to push against with the leg, pushing the foot into the band so we can get a good active stretch. Lower the head, relax the shoulders. And then since I'm leaning to my right side here, I'm going to gather both ends of the band into my right hand so that my left hand is free. My left hand is on the inside of my straddle. Holding onto the band with my right hand, I'm going to open up my left hand to the ceiling. Turn and look with the hand. And then exhale, bring the hand back down. We're going to release the band, stay low, and walk yourself to the center. And this time in the center, see if you can walk yourself even lower than you did before. I'm going to take another 3 deep breaths. And now let's stay low and walk ourselves over to the other side. And we're going to loop that band around the foot with both hands, having our chest square to our leg and using that band to pull ourselves in but also push against the band with the foot to create some active tension in the leg. Nice deep breath. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. And then take your outside hand. So in this case, I'm on my left side. My left hand is my outside hand, holding on to the band in both hands, or holding on to both ends of the band in one hand. And then we're gonna inhale, opening up that inside arm up to the ceiling. Turn and look. And you can exhale, bring that hand down. We're going to release the band off the foot. Stay low and walk yourself to the middle. And again, see if you can take yourself even lower in the stretch. All right, let's walk ourselves back up. Start to give those legs a little wiggle, side to side. And then you're going to take your hands under your knees, lifting them up into your chest. And then we're going to come over to the side. Start in a kneeling position, and I'm going to get my band underneath my shin here. So it's kind of trapped under my ankle. And I'm going to step the opposite foot forward. So I've got same hand on that band, same side. Crouch down low a little bit so you can get this band up over your shoulder like so, and then sit back up. So you have that band pulling your hand and your tricep up while you're in this half kneeling position. You want to make sure you're rooted strong into this front heel. You're squeezing this butt nice and tight, and the core is engaged. I don't want to overextend my back, so it should look like a nice straight line just like that band. Squeeze your elbow in towards your face. Make sure your palm is facing up on the ceiling, and get that good stretch all along right here up through the tricep. We're going to inhale and lightly squeeze against the band. And then exhale, see if you can let the band pull yourself a little deeper into that stretch. I'm going to do another one. Inhale, squeeze. And exhale, release. Do another one. Inhale and squeeze. And exhale, release. Hold that last stretch here. Again, make sure you're up. It's right there. We don't want to be out to the side, almost touching your ear. Bring your other knee down. You can come down safely, unwind the shoulder. And we're going to switch bands onto the other foot. Get that foot up into a half kneeling position, and then bending forward, getting the band up and over the shoulder so you got that straight up and down. Pull, root yourself firmly into your front foot, and squeeze that butt on the lower knee, keeping the bicep close to the ear, feeling that stretch, the core is locked down. Inhale, and we're going to pull against the band. And then exhale, see if you can let that tricep go a little bit. So we're kind of flexing, contract, and relax. Every time you contract, you're going to squeeze against the band, and then let the band pull you in that relaxation. Again, inhale, stretch and squeeze. And then exhale, release. Hold that last stretch. And then we'll bring the knee down, coming down to safely unwind the shoulders. In our kneeling position, taking our band in both hands, thumbs facing up, and we're just going to pull on the band lightly, taking it up as far back as possible, keeping the shoulders low. We don't want to hunch and scrunch, keep those shoulders set. And up. Take your right leg forward, and then bend to the right. Take your left leg forward and bend to the left. Bring the band down, and we're actually going to come up into a standing position now. And we're going to hook the band underneath one foot. So we just have it along the side like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one hand on each side. Inhale, kind of stretch, stiffen, and make yourself grow tall. And then we're going to exhale and let the band pull us into a nice side bend. Let your head relax. Go to the first point where you feel that resistance, and then we're going to inhale and kind of stiffen. And exhale, relax. One more inhale, stiffen. Exhale. And coming on up, we're going to switch sides. Hooking the band on the other foot. And again, inhale, kind of stiffen, be tall, and then exhale, let the band pull you. Relax the head. Inhale, stiffen and pull against the band, and exhale. Inhale, stiffen, exhale, relax. Come on up to center. Unhook that band, and we can put the band to the side now, and we're going to finish how we started, up at the top of the mat. Feet together, big toes together, little space between the heels. We're going to inhale, arms out wide, big stretch, reach up, goal post the arms, squeeze the butt, reach back. Exhale, hands to the heart, to the hips, down to the floor. Let the head hang. Inhale, hands to the shins and glance up, flat back. Exhale, roll down, hands to the floor. Take a big step back into your low lunge. Opening up into rotation. Bring the hand back down, sending the other leg back into downward dog. And coming forward into the shoulders, lowering down, pushing into upward dog. Exhale, lower down, and then inhale, push up into downward dog. And you're going to walk those toes up to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to the shins, glance up. Exhale, roll down. Roll up, stacking the spine, squeeze the butt, big circle with the shoulders. Inhale, reach back. Hands to the heart, to the floor. Step back the other leg now. Inhale, open up in your rotation. Exhale, down to the mat. Inhale into your downward dog, and exhale to the floor. Inhale into your upward dog. Exhale down to the floor. Pushing back into downward dog. And tiptoe the feet up to the hands. Inhale, hands to the shins, glance up. Exhale, roll down. And finally rolling up. Stack your butt, spine, big circle with the shoulders. Palms together, hands to your heart. And give yourself a nice pat on the back. Thank you for coming and doing flow today, animal restorative flow. I enjoyed putting this class together. It's fun to do a little mixed up stuff every now and then. Next week, I wanted to be careful to announce this sooner than later, but we're going to be using sticks. So we're going to be using this in our restorative class. So just anything will do. I'm using a PVC pipe here. Works great. It's a little bendy. A broomstick, if you can unscrew the end of the broom, also works great. A curtain rod, maybe not something that's like metal and you might bend by mistake. Nothing too heavy, just real light, nothing splintery. And if it's PVC and it has a little bend to it, that's actually great. So it doesn't necessarily have to be stiff, but if it is stiff in wood, that's fine as well. We can work with both. So yes, if you don't have something like that handy, kind of in your home gym setup, think about looking for something like that over the next week. You have a week until we do that class, but yes, we will be using sticks. So until then, our next class we got lift and flow, and I'll see you then. Take care.